to factor a polynomial by grouping. Here's an example. 6ab plus 9ax minus 14b minus 21x. You want to try to group these together such that you can factor out the most number of items from both things. You have a 6 and a 9 at the front and a 14 and a 21 at the back. Clearly 7 comes out of 14 and 21. And 3 comes out of 6 and 9. Out of the 6 and 9 terms, you can take out an a as well. So we're going to factor out 3a from the first two. And then go back and divide 6ab and 9ax by 3a to come up with 2b plus 3x. When you have a minus sign here like this, you're going to be grouping the last two terms together. It's given that you're going to do that. When you do that, you have to change this sign. Because this one is minus, you must change this one to plus. And that is the only way it happens, is if this one is minus. If this one is plus, you don't change anything. If it's minus, you put parentheses around the last two and change the one on the inside there. Rewrite the front part. Now you're going to factor out. You can take out a 7 from both of those items, but just a 7. And then go back and divide these two by 7. You're left with 2b plus 3x. To come up with your final answer, you need this and this in a quantity. And then just one of these, 2b plus 3x. There is your final answer. (6ax squared minus 9x cubed minus 10a plus 15x). You have 6 and 9 at the front. Clearly a 3 comes out of both of those, as well as an x squared. And then you'll have 10 and 15 on the back. You can take a 5 out of those. So it looks like you can group them as they are written. So on the front side, you can take out a 3x squared and be left with 2a minus 3x. Now the back end, you're going to group those two together, but you have a minus sign here. So that means you're going to change the sign inside to minus. Recopy the front part. And now you can take out just a 5 from those two and be left with 2a minus 3x. If this item here and this item here do not match up, then you cannot factor by grouping. You must have the same quantity there as you have there. Even if just the signs are different, it's still not the same. For your final answer, you need this and this together in a quantity. And then just one of these, 2a minus 3x. At the beginning here you have 56 and 64. It turns out that we can factor out of both of those an 8 and a y. Go back and divide to get 7x minus 8b. And then you have a minus sign here, which means you're going to be changing the sign of what's inside. So we'll have 21ax and then minus 24ab. Recopy the front half and then factor out on the back half. You can take out a 3a from both of those and be left with 7x minus 8b. For the final answer, you're going to need this one and this one. 8y minus 3a and then 7x minus 8b. For this problem, we have 4 and 1, and each one has an x in it. But then you also have 12 and 3. 3 can come out of both of those and nothing else. Let's go ahead and try the first two just to see what happens. If I did that, I could factor out an x, and that's it, and be left with 4y minus 1. When you divide x by x, you're left with 1. Then on the back end, I have plus 12y minus 3. Recopy the front part, and then try to factor out on the back side. You can take out a 3 from both of those. And when you divide each by 3, you're left with 4y minus 1. So that does work out. You need this and this, x plus 3, and then just one of these, 4y minus 1.